Let me ask you something. Have you ever been mad at somebody for something they didn't do that you never actually asked them to do? Now think about that for a second, because we tend to do this all the time, especially in relationships. They should just know. I shouldn't have to ask. If they really cared about me, well, they would just know what I need. Really? Since when did falling in love come with a degree in telepathy? Because here's the thing that we desperately need to all understand. People cannot consistently meet expectations that they didn't even know existed. And yet we create these invisible tests for people in our lives. We don't tell them about the tests, we don't give them the questions, and we definitely don't give them the answers. And then we get pissed off when they fail. Maybe you had a horrible day, you come home just freaking exhausted. You want your partner to recognize it. Maybe take something off your plate. Maybe ask how you're doing. Maybe just give you a simple hug. But you don't say that, right? Instead, you're quiet. You withdraw. Maybe you sigh a little louder than normal. You start doing dishes aggressively because apparently the universal signal for I need emotional support is slamming a cabinet door. And eventually they ask, what's wrong? And what do we say? Nothing. Oh, nothing. It's the most dangerous word in a relationship, especially because we both know that there's something there, there's something wrong. And now you're thinking, if they really knew me, they would just know what's wrong. But here's the problem. They don't live inside your head. They have their own stress, their own insecurities, their own problems, and yes, their own interpretation of what the heck's happening right now. And while you're sitting there thinking, how can they not see what I need? They're sitting there thinking, what the hell did I do? And this isn't just with romantic relationships. We do it with friends, family, coworkers, and yes, unfortunately, our kids. We expect people to call more, check in more, help more, listen more, show more appreciation to us, make more time for us. And sometimes those things are completely reasonable things to want. The problem, though, it isn't having needs. The problem is expecting people to discover them all on their own. Because unspoken expectations have a funny way of becoming resentment. And resentment starts keeping score. They never ask about me. I always have to initiate. I do everything around here. They don't appreciate me. And maybe that's true. But before you decide that somebody doesn't care, ask yourself one uncomfortable question. Have I actually told them what I need? Not hinted, not sighed, not posted suspiciously specific quotes on Facebook hoping that they'll see it. Actually said it out loud. I need more help. I need you to listen right now, not fix it. I need more affection. I need more time with you. When you do that, it hurts me. And the most important one, I've been struggling lately and I need you. Now that's called communication. And yes, it's vulnerable. It's uncomfortable. Because when you clearly tell somebody what you need, there's always a chance that they won't give it to you, right? And sometimes that's why we don't ask. Because if we never ask, we never have to hear the word no. But there's something else that you need to understand here. Once you've clearly communicated your needs, what they do with that information tells you something. There's a huge difference between they didn't know and they know, but they still don't care. Don't confuse those two. You can't hold somebody accountable for a conversation you've only had inside your head, but once you've communicated it clearly, now you can pay attention to the way that they respond. So here's my challenge for you this week. Think about one relationship in your life where you've been totally frustrated. It could be your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner, a friend, a family member, literally anybody. And I want you to ask yourself this: what am I expecting from this person that I haven't clearly communicated? Then you got to have the conversation, and not angrily, not accusingly, not a you never do this or you always do that. But you got to tell them the truth. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I need. This is what would absolutely help me out. Give the people that love you a chance to actually show up for you. Because great relationships, they're not built by two people who magically just know what the other person's thinking, right? They're built by two people that are willing to talk, to listen, to ask, to clarify, and sometimes, to have that uncomfortable conversation before the silence turns into resentment and starts keeping score. So stop dropping your hints. Stop creating invisible tests for people. Stop saying, I'm fine, when you're absolutely not fine. And stop expecting people to read your mind. Say what you feel. Say what you need. Say what truly matters, because the conversation that you're afraid to have today, that might be the conversation that saves your relationship tomorrow. So be inspired, live inspired. I'm going to challenge you, be the spark, ignite the change today.